What's going on YouTube? So it's PJ's Chess here. I have a vid for you today. So I have two games. The first game I had a really good game. The second one I was playing someone on stream and I ended up losing. Not the best accuracy, but the game I do want to add to it. I'm practicing for the Clash Championships this weekend. I gotta be honest, this is a Road to Master series, so obviously it'll probably be a little long. Today was not the best day of games play, honestly. But let's get into it. And also my basketball team sucks, so that too, if you're a Warriors fan, seeing Warriors basketball is horrible. But this is the game I did good, 93% accuracy. We start off, I played the Queen's Gambit declined. Well, I don't know if it ended up being that opening based on what they responded, but that's what I was going for. So here we trade. Don't think I've ever played this specific line before. I don't know if I can look that up. I will try and figure out if I can after this video. I'll put it in the comments, but I don't think I've ever played this before, so this was a little different. And I played the Queen's Gambit decline, but usually this is not, it must be a different opening, because the Queen's Gambit decline usually goes this. Oh. They don't go knight f6. They'll go here, then here, then here, and then, here or here. So this is definitely a bit out of line of what I usually play. But we trade, and I get my bishop here, and their pawn goes to e6. Okay, so here at this point, I'm thinking, I don't love that I have the isolated pawn in the center. It's not really what you want to do. You don't have a lone soldier in battle, ever, in any game, any real life. But that's what happened. They make a mistake. I don't think I capitalized on it. I have a good accuracy, but I don't know if it's because of this opening. I take the knight, so I do not. So I should have went bishop here. As I'm looking at it, I don't know why I did not do this. Well, no, I do know why. I didn't see it, so that's the first reason. But the second reason I didn't see it is because I was so hyper fixated on having this isolated pawn that I wanted to give them as well. So that's a great lesson for whoever's watching and for myself, not to be stuck up and stuck in one specific plan. Now, this was a much better move because it does. Well, I don't know, because what if they just go here, there, and then what, 95? Oh wait, what if they just go back? Bishop g5. Oh yeah, they have a lot of issues. So yeah, I don't know why I need to show this to myself. I know I messed up and I could have won earlier in the game, but as you see, we go to this end game. We both have isolated pawns. They have a bishop pair instead of having a knight pair, which I have, and I have a dark square bishop, and they have this knight. They're at plus 0.4 right now, so I am down. They go bishop here to b4. Yep, bishop to d2. Sorry, I've been talking about chess a lot. I don't know why getting the squares confused is happening, but it does. We trade bishops. They castle, I castle, knight to d7, and rook here to e1. Okay, so this is where we take stock of the position. Both have isolated pawns, so not a weakness or a strength for either of us, really. My rook is on this open file, which is a strength. This bishop, a bit better. It controls many more squares on the other side of the board, whereas I'm only touching this one square on their side. This pawn's blockading it, so this bishop's a bishop, this bishop's not a bishop. Although this is one move away from controlling a lot right now. It's not, as chess is not about what it can be, it's about the position current. Well, chess is about what it can be, but like when you're looking at a position, maybe that's wrong. Maybe my bishop is not that bad, because I can just go there, so I'll take that part back. But they go rook over here to e8, I go pawn here to h3, they go knight here to f6, and I move my rook toward the center. Now, at this point, the eval bar says 0.00. I don't cheat, so I did not know what the eval bar said at this point during the game. I did feel, however, that I was doing very good. Now, the reason is, this felt momentum swinging, to me at least. They capture, I capture, knight comes in, rook over, and the reason it feels, I should explain why I felt momentum swinging. I thought that I would be able to control the file. Now, obviously, as you just saw, and as I'll explain in a second, it has not happened because of this, but that's what I felt internally, mentally. I was feeling like, okay, I got this in, my knight is getting active, I'm poking at that square, and obviously nothing's there now, but there will be, it is good to control squares on the other side of the board to have a centralized knight. They also have a way to get there, we both have a way to get kicked off, so maybe, was it a inaccurate sense of self-confidence? Possibly, probably, as it is still drawn in the middle, but that's what it felt like. So I'll stop talking and I'll get to the game. I go rook here to c1, rook over there to c8. Oh, I remember this game. This ends pretty soon, so buckle in. I go g4, attacking the bishop. It falls back. I go to f3, captures. I take the rook. I go knight here to c6, looking to attack this pawn. But as soon as I went there, and this is not even the intention, I realized, oh, I have a fork here. Now, seeing this attack, so they're going to lose something, I think. Well, what was the best move? I'm curious. They blunder, but the best move, let's go here. Oh, that's crazy. This is actually a Grandmaster game, a similar position. It was with Bobby Fischer and someone. I was reading this in a book, because if I take, this knight can never get out. I actually, there's a book called by Jeremy Silman, and there's a part in the book discussing knights and bishops, and there's a position that's exactly like this where you can't take the pawn. So they actually missed that, and I might have missed it had they done that. Maybe I would have looked at it. But I get a fork, and they resign. They're going to lose this bishop here. This is like one of the only good games I played today. I'll actually show you my record today. I feel as though I show the wins, I should show the losses as well. You'll see a lot of red. Well, I guess you see some green, but I promise you, it was more red than green. If you look, and yeah, just not the best time frame online. But I'll go to the second game. This game, again, not the highest accuracy. It was someone from stream, so if you would like to be in a video and you've made it this far, as I've been talking for like 6 minutes now, so you must kind of like my content. You should subscribe and put on the notifications so you can be in a video and be in the next stream. Okay, so let's go to this game. It was not too accurate, but fun, and someone who was in the stream, so it's good to show. I go d4, they go d5, I go bishop f4. Oh, by the way, this person kills me. I think they are 15-1 against me, which is an insane record for even given, like, our ratings aren't that far apart, but the skill level definitely feels it. I go bishop there to d3, pawn to c5. I actually think they're 21-5 now, so it actually is a decent difference now. But hopefully, eventually, I'll start to get some games in. But I will say, playing this streamers is their name, or that's their YouTube name, has been very helpful. I was at chess club yesterday in real life, and I only lost one game. So playing someone better than you definitely sharpens. It's like iron sharpens iron, or maybe I'm not sharpening them, but I'm getting sharpened. That's so to speak. Because I'm sure beating me all the times cannot be that helpful. But they go h5, I go a4, pawn forward, and knight here to f3. Now, there are mistakes that happen, and I will say they play such an aggressive style that it kind of doesn't matter, because the way that I play very positionally. If you've seen my videos or you are picking up, I'm not very aggressive. That's not the chess player I am. I'm like, okay, and we play equal, find a small advantage, and grind that advantage until it's a big advantage. Whereas this person, not that they can't do that, it seems they prefer to just go straight for a kill shot, which is a bit of a difference for me in terms of stylistic plays, because I want to play passively, and they are not. I haven't talked a lot about the game, but you see here we've exchanged some pieces. Right now they have their pawns rolling down the board. G4 is not really possible, so I'm not too worried, which is why the eval bar is also not worried. And you look at this like, oh, how'd you not win? I don't know. I don't remember, but I do remember the feeling of, because I lost so many. Remembering a specific game, the only one that stands out, I might show that too. There's a game where I took a queen and I got smother mated. That's the one that stands out the most. But I go queen to f3, the best move. Bishop here to e5, pawn here to e4, and I'm actually feeling pretty good right now. I don't have an eval bar, but the way the other games have been going, this was the best game out of the opening. I think I mentioned that on stream. Maybe it was another game I said that about, but I felt pretty good. But as you know, by the outcome as you saw, I ended up losing. So my first mistake, or not my first mistake, my first big mistake here is g3. Now this is an inaccuracy, but I think it's more than an inaccuracy. I think that me not playing a very smooth queens off the board game, like the few moves after the queens got traded, not doing good there was definitely an issue. They go pawn here to a4, a5, pawn here to b3, and boom, boom, it's over. That whole advantage I had grinded for is completely gone with this mistake. It's like working so hard for a test or a quiz, and you just bomb it. Like you did all you could but when the moment got too big. So I went there. They go pawn here to f6. I get another chance. EX f6, bishop captures f6. I take, and I push, and now I'm up 2 pawns. So you may be wondering how I lose this game up 2 pawns. You'll see. They take the pawn on c4. I go bishop to e4. Captures, work over, attacking this weakness here on b7. It's kind of hard to defend. The king comes over, I'll take it, but then I realize, well, not here, shortly, rook b to b1, rook b, b1. This is a mistake, and I realized I didn't know this move in itself was a mistake, but after this move, so I probably should make the connection, honestly, that after this move I messed up. I'll say when I was, because how long did they take? Yeah, in the 5 seconds, I was like, oh, my king is very weak. Like that is the issue here, even though I'm up 2 pawns. So the best move, as mentioned or not mentioned, should have been rook here to f7. This makes sense. I did not see it. I don't know why I didn't play it, but I didn't. I go king here to f2, and now the game's over, which is funny because I actually thought the game wasn't over here, but I felt the pressure like, oh, I should be able to defend. I actually wasn't able to. I go knight here to f3. I am trying, but I fumble after rook b to d1. When you're playing someone good, you can only mess up so many times, and they don't turn back here. We trade. I try and push this pawn, but it is just kind of hard to do, as you could imagine, when you just are losing. Like, they have 2 passed pawns. That's the huge issue. Is when I lost this d pawn, I really knew it was over. I was like, oh yeah, because it's no way to stop 2 passes with just a rook. I don't think it's possible. You can stop 1. Even where the king is at, it might be hard to have stopped 1. Maybe that would have been a draw. But with 2, like, I could only take 1 of them, and then the other one will run free. As you see, I don't even go for the taking it because it didn't matter. Like, well, maybe they mess up, which was fool's gold. And after queen here to c6, queens are very funny because I would never have guessed there's mate in 3 with the. It's so far away from my king, but they're queens. But yeah, I end up losing that game. So yeah, if you want to be in the next video, join the streams. I'm not very consistent, unfortunately. I am a college student, so sometimes I have homework, sometimes I have to study. It is very dependent on that. If you made it this far, I really appreciate it. You should subscribe, you should like, you should comment. I feel like I should have said that at the beginning, but I think if you made it this far, you're definitely more inclined, as you did find some type of joy in my content. But yeah, thanks for watching again. I do hope I'm not looking at the camera. I'm like looking at the chessboard, trying to calculate. I'll just show you what I was calculating. I was like, well, I could have went there, but then boom, boom, boom. So I still lose it. That's what I was just looking at. But yeah, I missed checkmate, so I'm really not that good. Oh, okay, queen f6. But yeah, thanks for watching, and have a good one.